Are we going to talk about the elephant in the room already? The big Ashwin question, or are you going to start with something else? Because it's going to get very passionate. I can tell you that.
Yeah,
It's going to
let's
be very
start. Let's
fiery.
start. What do you
I
think
will try to
about this
punch you.
whole debate? What do you think about the whole debate, and who do you support in this one?
All right. If this fucking rant I'm about to give, if this doesn't go viral, I don't think what the fuck is going to go viral because it's going to come directly from my heart. I'll tell you one thing. Okay, there's a lot of drama that happened. A lot of years ago, around 20 fucking years ago, Mike Tyson bit Holyfield's ear, not even once, twice. Mike Tyson was a great fucking boxer and he was in jail. He came out, he was still the greatest ever, but he wasn't. Now, when he could not even take his defeat, he started biting Holyfield's ear. Holyfield eventually won. And you know what that was? I will call that god awful and I'll call it fucking mentally retarded. That's what it was. Now, Tendulkar, also 20 years ago, refused to pay duty for his Ferrari that Schumacher gave him. And all the duty was eventually supposed to be paid by fucking taxpayers. I know Fiat, we got fucking paid all this shit, but eventually came from our pocket. So that was cheap. That was horrible shit. Now, Ashwin taking a run when the ball hit a batsman, punt, and then doubling down that his stance that, oh, I did not know this, but even if I knew it, I would have still gone ahead and taken the run. And then asking, also in the post, in the social media post, that if he's a disgrace, like Owen Morgan said he was. Here's my 2 cents, Bikram and Rahani's agent. What Ashwin did and then doubled down on it was not a disgrace. It was super cunty. And I can tell you, when I see a super cunt, I know because I'm a super cunt. You know me. You've known me since 2013. I am. And so is Ashwin. They're both cunts. I'll tell you one more example. Muhammad Amir, Muhammad Asif, and Salman Bhatt. They sold their fucking country for a few £1,000s. Now that is a disgrace. Now that's a disgrace. So Ashwin is not a disgrace. Ashwin is just super cunt. And if anyone, and one more thing, people keep saying like it's not written in the law. He followed the law. Oh, just because something is not written in the law doesn't make it right. Marital rape in this goddamn country, in this godforsaken country, is legal. Everybody can just go and fuck anybody. Doesn't matter. Okay, so just because it's not in the law doesn't make it right. A lot of people suffer because of bad laws. This is one of those moments. And then all this, one last thing, all those people comparing parallels with Stokes, what happened with Stokes in the World Cup final, they need to get their fucking IQ checked because they don't have any. Their IQ is dead as a fucking dinosaur. That's what I'm saying. In simple words, Stokes did not run and he also apologized. The ball hit and just went for the boundary. Okay. That is a completely different scenario than saying Ashwin actually ran and then doubled down on the fact that no, I will do it. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. So do it. Do it. But this is not right. And he can go ahead and do it. It's fine. I'm okay with it. And he's not a disgrace, but he's a cunt.
So how would you describe or how would you decide what is the parameter of being right or wrong? If someone nicks the ball in a World Cup final and doesn't walk, is that right or wrong? Or if someone, like whatever happened in World Cup, if Ian Morgan, what was his name? Someone said, right, Ian Morgan didn't like that he took the run. So Ian Morgan could have come out and said that I don't like. Let's share the trophy. If he was so so horrified by what happened, like that run shouldn't have count, right? So if the run is getting count in one occasion in one scenario, why shouldn't be counted in the second scenario? Like why? Like why are there laws? Just like work. Let's just play with the spirit of the game. Like let's let everyone do whatever they want. Why are there umpires? Why are they there? Like what are their roles? That if players need to decide that what is wrong or what is right.
Vikram, in all walks of your life, for one thing, at least you have the IQ, right? So you can't be talking, you're comparing balls with breasts. Okay. There's a difference between, see, you can't compare oranges with apples, as the common saying goes. There's a difference between consciously running and something going to the boundary. There's a difference between if you drop, let's just say you're walking next to me and you drop $500 from your pocket. I pick it up. Law says, I found it on the floor. It's not yours. But fuck you, it's yours. But what if the 500 is floating on the floor and you have already left and taken your plane somewhere? I find it. Now do I have to go searching for you? There's a difference between it. You feel the difference. You see the difference there. If Stoke had run himself and said, "Oh, I just took 2 runs and I hit the ball," that'll be different. This guy is saying, "I'll keep doing it." I'm just
But
saying
you never
it's not
know.
a right
But
thing
you
to do.
never know. See, he didn't run because he was sliding. He was actually falling when the ball hit him, and it went for 4. You never know whether he would have run or not. I'm just saying, who will decide what is wrong and right?
He
If it's
apologized
not,
right after that. He's never run. If he has run, it's wrong.
that's what I'm saying. What I'm asking is, who
But
will decide what
why
is.
this Trump? What is this Trump argument? Just because somebody does, same problem with everybody.
No,
Every
no.
Indian
It's
does the
I'm
same
not.
thing. So just because somebody else fucks up, so you're right. How? What is
It's
this kind
not
of
about
argument is
fucking up.
there?
It's
Because
not about
everybody
fucking
fucks up,
up.
Vikram, right?
Everyone is saying that
But
it is
Stoke is
against
not
the
a
spirit
correct
of the
example.
game. No, I'm
It is
not
against
taking.
the spirit of the
I'm
game.
not taking Stokes example. I'm just saying there
But
are a
you
lot
gave
of
the
other
whole example of
examples.
Stokes, right? Just now.
I gave other examples as well. That there are examples where people hit
But
the ball,
please don't
they're
compare
not given out.
other
They don't.
something
They
again
don't
is
walk.
shitty.
Isn't that part of spirit of the game or whatever it is? Like, who decides this spirit of the game? Who decides what is wrong?
No,
We
this is a
don't
very
even know.
stupid Ashwin argument. What do you mean? Who decides? Who decides to not slap you or who not to slap you? Who decides
No.
that?
See, that's
You
what
know
you
that,
are.
right?
You are.
Shouldn't
You
be
are
doing that
ignoring
shit.
everything. You are ignoring everything. There are a lot of instances where players take advantage. Where there are a lot of things
If a
which
woman
are.
slaps you on the road, you will not. She'll not go to the
Again,
jail.
you are
But
comparing. Again,
if you
you are
slap a
saying.
woman,
No, see, you are saying that don't compare what happened to Stokes, and you are comparing with some other, like you are comparing marital rape, you are
I'm not
comparing women
comparing,
slapping.
Vikram. But how
So
can you
it's
not
not.
see that? Do you want to raise your kids like that? Just take big opportunistic bastards. Is that how you want to raise your kids?
It's not
This is called
opportunity. If it
This is
is
called
wrong,
opportunism. You
see, if
understand
it is
opportunism,
wrong,
right?
no, you. I mean, if something is wrong, there are umpires there. What is the role of an umpire? If the umpire is
They're
if
fucking
umpire,
shit. They're just
then
cucks. What is
that's
the role of
wrong. That's
Rishabh
the
Pant?
law. That's the law is
Why do I
incorrect.
keep saying he's the shit captain? Because he's not supposed to be captain. He did nothing.
He did nothing. We already agree that
Because
he is just
he's
a
the boy
paper
and they're the
captain.
big boys.
That's a different scenario. That's a different issue. But I'm just saying that if there are laws, they can. I mean, there are laws made for everything. When you throw the ball, when the player throws the ball, and if you if the umpire decides that you are actually obstructing the player, obstructing the fielder, you are given out. So they can make laws for it, right? If there are no laws, if there are and whatever happened in World Cup, it was okay. I agree that it was unintentional and everything. Then if the laws are made, then law should be same for all the scenarios, right? It should be same for all the scenarios. It should not be left for the players' prejudice to decide whether this is right or wrong. That's my take. I mean, you can agree or disagree.
No, of course I disagree, but my point still remains the same that this does not make the game better. This does not make anything better. This makes the world worse. And that's the whole idea of it. And it's much more complicated because we have to move on to the next topic, obviously. But the fact is a lot more complicated. But I would say they can just make a goddamn law that if it's hitting inadvertently,
Yeah.
just don't fucking run. Simple as that.
Yeah,
but law is
that I
missing.
agree.
But you know, right?
Yeah.
Alan Turing, who was the guy who fucking did such amazing things, he had to kill himself because there were no laws in England because he was gay and they persecuted him and he had to kill himself. I mean, that's the guy who made this whole human versus machine.
Yeah. So yeah, we can just argue about this.
No,
for
you will
long.
not raise. I can assure you, you can argue all you want, but you're not going to raise your daughter or your son as some opportunistic bastard because this is called pure definition of opportunism. You don't do that. I don't want people to do this thing. Don't double down on this thing. Don't go around and double. Calling him in a disgrace, that happens in the heat of the moment. He's not a. See, the deal is everybody just dislikes Ashwin.
And actually
Morgan, right?
Morgan didn't even say he was a disgrace. I think it was Shane Warne who said it on Twitter, and that caught. So Morgan, I think didn't even say
why is Ashwin saying that Morgan said he's a disgrace?
I don't know that. I don't
Ashwin
know
said that. Morgan called me a disgrace. Did he can you not see Shane and Morgan? Like, what is the difference? Maybe he might have used the word disgrace.
Maybe
we don't know, right? Because Morgan.
Yeah, maybe okay. So
Morgan's angriest. You know the funniest thing? Morgan is angry. We're like, where is angry? Where is the angry? What is happening? Where is the angry?
There is no emotion with Morgan. Actually, we say that Dhoni is the cool captain, like he doesn't show emotion. But Morgan, I've never seen him show emotion win.
He just took a catch. He was at the level of emotion he took after that amazing catch he took. He was like, it was just amazing. It was just totally. By the way, last thing I want to say this and move on to the next one is that people never respected the fact that Brian Lara, who people when he was like I think towards the last few years, he was like spectacular. He was like, he completely let go of all the party stuff that he used to do. But people used to
Yeah.
always complain like, oh, Brian Lara is such a free spirit. Tendulkar is like such a nice guy and all. But the deal is, Tendulkar never walked. And Brian Lara, people forget this, always walked. And I was like, who is this guy? Like, he just walks. If he edges, he doesn't care, umpire gives or not, he just walks. And that's the time when he just like, I don't have to walk, but he would walk. And I respected that. Tendulkar, again, I don't call Tendulkar a disgrace because he didn't walk, because that's how it is. That's a loophole in the law. And this was a loophole in the law. My problem with this thing is that stop going around the internet and saying, doubling down on this thing, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Because this is what Ashwin every time does. You all remember one thing, whether Ashwin is wrong or right, he will never accept that he's wrong. He has never come out and accepted he's wrong. And I don't trust that kind of person. Even people cunts like me also say sorry. Not like Trump. I apologize. All right, we're going to move on to the next question.